any freestyle rap at all?
Not yet.
Doesn't it appear to be extremely coincidental that you guys arrest people right outside of Governor Newsom's press conference? Is this really just a show of power?
Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Let me my guest is just still getting ready. That's the green room. I showed you a little behind the scenes of Samson's world. Patriots, this is Secret Service Sam. Happy Wednesday, the hump day. You got over it. Yes, Amy Overman, first up off the top, we have to say it is heartbreaking. We are all hearing the news now. Charlie Kirk, if you did not know, famous MAGA influencer. He goes around, does a college tour. He was shot in the neck. I did watch the video. I don't advise watching it, but I had heard that it was there, and of course went to TikTok, and it's bad. It's really, I think this is a time where we all need to kind of to put the guns down, literally, figuratively, like politically, like come together and realize that all this chatter and talk that we're doing on behalf of billionaires, and look what's happened. Yeah, he does need all the prayers, guys. Charlie Kirk, please just say a prayer, say something good, because I think it's important, you guys, when things like this happen, to show humanity and not say, oh yeah, this is the rhetoric and this is what it leads to. But we're in a very dangerous time in our country, and it's terrifying to think that somebody exercising their free speech, whether you like Charlie Kirk and what he stands for and what he says, or you don't, that does not give you the right to attempt to take his life. And I'm telling you, I saw that video. This is very, very serious. I would imagine he is in critical condition after this. I mean, the video, it hit him right in the neck. You see him grab for his neck, and then the person who took the video pans away, and pandemonium breaks out. They did catch the shooter. It has been said that he is a older male, I believe. Let me see if I have a little bit more information on this. Again, if you're just joining us, Charlie Kirk has been shot. It was during an event in Utah, in Orem, Utah Valley University in Orem, Utah. It's just devastating, because as Americans, we need to pull together, guys. It's gone way too far. And I pray that Charlie Kirk can somehow recover from this, because this is surreal. That guy has a family. And to think that you're just speaking at an event, and even so, even if I don't like what a politician is saying, and I might just completely not like that politician with every fiber in my body, I'm still never going to wish them to be away, because that's what voting is for. You vote them away. You don't take them away on your own accord. You're not judge, jury, and executioner. Ashahan 422, there's no way our world keeps going the way it is. That video is horrifying. Apparently they have the wrong man, Lauren Long is saying. Now that's even more terrifying if that's true. Again, guys, if you're no, it's not these trans liberals, guys. Please don't come. As my history teacher, Mr. Baker, used to say, let's not swap ignorance, okay? How many trans shooters have there been maybe in the history? I think they said maybe 3 or 4, and the rest of them are just white males. So, and a lot of them are not liberal males, So Miss Barbaria Adler, come on, let's have, this is a smart place for smart dialogue, and it's way too early to just be pointing fingers. But one thing I do have to say that I don't like, whenever there is some type of mass this was not mass, but when it happens at one of our schools, everybody says, oh, let's not politicize it. That's exactly what we need to do with it, so we can pass laws to stop this from happening. Guys, we got to do something. We got to do something. This is at a college, this is your kids. This will happen to your children one day, and then you will become an activist. But until then, you will cry the Second Amendment. He's a registered Democrat who shot Charlie. Thank you for that information. Yes, no, that is great. I would have been surprised if it wasn't a registered Democrat. It's obviously somebody, a radical, who has taken things way too far, right? But that's to my point. You're calling names out, Miss Barbary, saying these trans liberals. We don't need that here, okay? So this is sad. This is a crazy event. Let me check in with my guest. Trent, are you ready to go, baby? He is ready to go. Let me bring him into the action. Trent, can you hear me? Or are you still filming?
Yeah, I'm right here, man. Sorry, crazy. The person that normally helps me with my social is not with me today. Like, I have the caption and everything I'm about to post. If you want to talk while I'm doing it, I don't mind, but I don't want to like have my head down in my phone.
No, you're fine. If you're still posting, why don't you mute it and I'll come right back to you. Just give me a little thumbs up. That is Trent Out Loud, guys. He is live from Montreal. I learned how to say that from him. Montreal, Canada. And he's going to come on. He was one of the influencers I met during the Diddy trial. Look at this cam right here, guys. This is the bow. This is the Beastie Boy. What you want? The fisheye lens, Look at this studio, guys. I just have to say, there is not anybody else. Samson's world is court, comedy, and culture. That's right, pop culture colliding into one. And if you're just joining us again, this very sad. Charlie Kirk has been shot at an event in Utah. We are putting, I'm not even going to put the thoughts and prayers. Of course, we're going to put thoughts and prayers, but we need to do something more. We need to push past just going to our temples and our churches and praying for people and wishing that he can heal somehow and survive that shot. To the neck. He was rushed to the hospital right after it happened. So maybe they got him there quick enough and took care of him. But again, we don't have any news coming in right now. Let me check the feed right now. If anything else, all of your legacy media. Yep, here we go. Just came in. I reported this before the legacy media. The school said the suspect was in custody, according to parents whose children received an email from the university. Kirk is the co-founder of Turning Point USA, which advocates for conservative politics at high schools and colleges. Charlie Kirk, yes. I am being briefed by law enforcement following the violence directed at Charlie Kirk during the visit to Utah Valley University today, Governor Spencer Cox said. The school said the suspect was in custody, according to parents whose children received an email from the university. Kirk is 31. Jeez, just 31 years old. Senator Rick Scott from Florida wrote on X that he and his wife were horrified to hear our good friend Charlie Kirk was shot at Utah University. Charlie is a patriot who loves his country. And that is all the info we are getting on. Seen it on Fox News. They do not have a suspect in custody. So that's interesting. We are live and we are getting conflicting reports that the suspect is in custody, or is he not in custody? We're not sure. The Washington Post says he's in custody, but Fox News is saying they do not have the suspect yet. This is crazy, guys. Let me check back in with Trent Out Loud. Oh, God, he's waving to me. He's a waving. There he is. Trent, woo, 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 woo. You ready now?
Sorry. Very, very, very sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen.
No, don't apologize.
Thank you for the wait.
What's happening in your world? It's your world. Thank you. Trent, to tell everybody, man, you are in Montreal, right?
Yes, sir.
And we met during the Diddy trial. You were one of obviously the top YouTubers reporting on this trial. Yep.
Appreciate you. Top YouTuber, top TikToker. What's going on?
That's right, man.
That's
Let's
how
unite.
the different platforms joining forces.
Exactly. And right now we are live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Instagram.
Nice.
So we're hitting pretty much all the platforms but
Love
TikTok.
Love that.
They're talking about actually this Sunday that the new community guidelines could rock TikTok because any political videos criticizing the government, election talk, anything can be labeled as misinformation.
Really?
And apparently they're going to be striking up people's accounts. So
wow,
count your blessings. I'm hoping the president of TikTok will be there past next, Monday. I'm a little concerned.
That's crazy, man.
Yep. So you saw, I don't know, did you see the video at all?
So I'm looking at it right now too. I literally just posted it on my Instagram page, the Trent Out Loud show. Just because you just said TikTok, I'm actually going to just try to post it on TikTok now. I don't know if it's going to get taken down because TikTok doesn't like any kind of like violence like this.
Oh,
but,
so you're posting the actual video of it. Okay.
I am posting the actual video of it. I did hear you say that people shouldn't watch it. I did hear you say that.
I'm just give a general warning. I mean, when I say that, I know they're going to all watch it.
Yeah. But do you think people shouldn't watch it though? What is your take on it?
No, I mean, I guess, yeah, if you're an adult and I just always say it's like our primal knowledge to want to see something like that. We have all this AI, we have this CGI, everything in the movies. And so to actually have something like this or to have something like this actually happen, and Charlie Kirk too is a public figure. Yeah. It's shocking.
For sure.
But no, I mean, I went and saw the video for myself, and it was just like, and it's so crazy how we can see something like that right away. It didn't used to be like that. It was like, when we were growing up, you had to like search through a VHS to find things like this,
or tune in right away to the news, and even the news would not be that quick. They would have to get there, do this, and also too, the chances of somebody having that on camera would be next to none because not everybody had camera phones and whatever, et cetera. So we are in a blessed time, but that's why I think content creators like you and I are the future. Like at the Diddy trial, we were labeled as new media, because we can give the raw right away. Like, man, I came into your green room and you're like, hey, Trent, you hear about Charlie Kirk? And I was like, what? Boom, on my phone in 2 seconds, So I know there's people that say different things about social media and the pros and the cons, but I think a moment like now is the beauty of social media.
It really is.
World knows everything right away, and can come and tune into your show to get more in-depth information on it,
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm really loving, not loving about this news at all, but about like what you're saying with new media is we're able to, whatever topics we cover today, we have the opportunity to be the first and get it to you fastest and get it to you in the most honest and most humane way, because we're really not being paid by any of these legacy media companies that give us a list of things we can and cannot talk about.
Exactly. The FBI tells CNN, do not say this, whatever, blah, blah. But then we have access to people on the floor. We were text, and then we can come right on here on YouTube and all the places you're streaming at and give the people the real, So
exactly. Yeah, I talked to a guy, I forget, Brian, I forget his last name. I think he was on ABC, and he made some joke, and then after the broadcast, they're like, "Yeah, you cannot ever make a joke like that again." And I forget what the joke was, but it was so minor that I'm like, "Oh, I would have I'd be gone."
Yeah, exactly.
So, Trent, so we're gonna move on for a minute from Charlie Kirk. We'll see if some other news comes in. Cool. Did you happen to see this video at all? No, let me see. I don't know what this is gonna do to the both of us. Let me see what this does.
Baby, one more time.
Oh shoot.
She grabs the phone.
Oh my gosh.
She's singing Britney Spears' Hit Me Baby One More Time. And then the freaking car just goes over.
The end of grabbing the phone, like, felt so bad for her. And then she went to grab the phone. I was like, okay, I don't feel bad for her anymore.
Yeah, I don't either. I'm like, this generation is so screwed.
Crazy.
Like, yeah, when she grabbed the phone, that was amazing. I just love she's singing it. Let me watch that again. That's
let's see that again. I'm wondering if this is live or if she's recording herself.
I don't know. And she's mad about it. Oh shit. Oh.
It looks like she almost recovered and spun out. Like,
boop, 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 boop. Her Bluetooth like shut off.
yeah.
I love how she reaches for the phone and it's like, you know, when we're making a video and like,
what I would like to know is that if
that
there was some sort of surveillance camera or ring camera that we could see the outside of the spitting. I'm sure that's going to come up soon.
Why is she so angry? Hit me, baby, one
No,
more
but you know what? I
time.
think she was just into the song. I think she was really feeling it. That's why she messed up on the road, because she was so into singing
she
Britney.
was so into a Britney song. Well,
don't
do
Britney,
that,
man.
folks. Oh my God, this is crazy. Somebody in the chat is saying Trump said that Kirk has sadly passed away. No way.
No.
Wow.
No way. Sorry if you don't mind me taking out my phone to look.
No.
No way.
I don't know. I'm looking for this. This is Amy Overman. Amy, is this true or is this fake news?
No custody. What I'm hearing right now is no suspect in custody. University says authorities
I'm not
do not
seeing
have
he
suspect
passed away.
Witnesses say the guy arrested wasn't the shooter. I keep on seeing that the guy that was arrested is not the shooter.
Shot at Utah event. Critical condition after shooting at university. Where did Trump say that? New York Times reported it. Oh, Lord. Let me see. New York Times.
Really?
I don't know. That's what Maddie Arnold is telling me. Hold on, Patriots. New York Times. Charlie Kirk Evans. This is crazy, man. I mean,
yeah, I don't see. Let me see.
I don't see it, Arnold. Can you send me that link?
This is crazy.
I see the New York Times 3 minutes ago. Mr. Kirk, a close ally of President Trump and one of the most going to be shot in the neck. President Trump announced on social media that Charlie Kirk had died after being shot in the neck at an event in Utah. The great and even legendary Charlie Kirk is dead. The president wrote on True Social, no one understood or had the heart of the youth in the United States of America better than Charlie. He was loved and admired by all, especially me, and now he is no longer with us. Melania and my sympathies go out to his beautiful wife, Erica, and family. Charlie, we love you. Wow.
Are you seeing that directly on True Social?
No, I'm seeing that on as reported, by the New York Times.
I don't. I'm looking on the New York Times. I don't see that.
Wow, it was announced by Trump. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm seeing the New York Times article. This is breaking news, guys. President Trump has announced on True Social that Charlie Kirk has passed.
Wow. Okay, I'm going to Twitter.
It's just been announced on Fox. Trump has announced it. It was announced by Trump. Yeah, official press release. Wow. That's crazy, you guys. I mean, that is just terrible. Like I said, if you saw the video, it didn't look like something that somebody would really survive from. Wow. I mean, this is a real sad day in America. You know, we've really it's just gone too far. It's gone too far. I mean, a lot of this political stuff, you remember we had here when like Nancy Pelosi's husband was attacked with a hammer, it's just such a hot, our political boiling pot. America was supposed to be a boiling pot, of all kinds of nationalities and everybody. That's what I was raised on, that we were a boiling pot, remember? And throw everybody in and mix it together, and that's what makes America. And I think what's happened is all the ingredients inside the pot have started to think that they're better than the other ingredients. And what makes us great is how different we all are, how different our religious beliefs can be, our political beliefs can be. But what holds us together is that we're Americans in this big melting pot, the melting pot, not the boiling pot.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is just pretty shocking.
Sam, I hate to ask again, but I'm keep on searching. I'm looking, and I don't see anything on any legacy media that's confirming that he's been shot, that he's dead.
Let me pin this comment.
I went to New York Times, Twitter. I'm on CNN. Weird. All I see, the latest one I see was 6 minutes ago saying that he's in critical condition. I just want to make sure that you're not giving out.
Well, that's true. I mean, good Lord, I don't want to be the one giving out the wrong information. No,
but it could be that you're hearing the right stuff, and maybe CNN.
Let me see.
Yeah, he's dead. CNN just said it.
Yeah.
Trump says conservative activist Charlie Kirk is dead.
Yeah, I think everybody's. I mean, I hate to say this, Trent, but it's to our point that we were just talking about, how we are literally able to break this news as it's happening before all legacy media. Man, it really takes the steam out of the show today. It's just dude, devastating. It's such an ugly day for America. I don't know what we're doing here. You know what I mean? What are we doing here, America?
Dude, I don't even know what to say, man. It's just crazy.
I know. I'm a bit in shock.
Yo, Charlie Kirk is dead.
Right.
Wow.
And that just makes no sense. And it's just everybody's just gotten to this point where we become so separated with this left and right. Like it's really, I hate to say it's almost like Tupac and Biggie. Yeah. It's this East Coast, West Coast, this right versus left beef. Yeah. When we're all, like they said, we're all in the same gang. You know what I mean? Like it's the only good that can come out of this, that maybe this is the point that Americans and we all say this is enough, and left and right unite in our differences and come together. But it's just, people got to abandon politics. It's gotten to the point where it's now deadly.
Yeah.
Because Charlie Kirk is not even a politician. That's what's scary about this. He's an influencer like us.
Yeah, exactly.
He's just bigger.
Yeah,
he's
exactly.
just more popular.
That's it. And look, I'm still like a little bit in shock. But at the same time, like, as much as, even when we're covering the Diddy trial or anything I'm ever talking about on my show, I always try to see things from somebody else's perspective. And sometimes I get dragged in my comment section. If I say something good that Trump did, or I understand, even though I know, because I am an independent, I know I'm new to your followers, but I'm an independent. And I always try to see, like, okay, this is what Kamala Harris is trying to do. Okay, this is what Joe Biden is trying to do. I might not agree, but I try to see, because I just feel as human beings and as every person on this planet, you have a right to your own opinion. And like you said earlier, if you don't like someone's views, I just unfollow you. Don't go to your rallies. Or a politician, I just don't vote for them. But I'm not in the business of like dragging down Trump and dragging down this person and dragging down Joe Biden. I just feel like we have to find some understanding of like commonality and humanity, or else like this is going to start getting crazy out here. Like this.
That's kind of why I bring up the East Coast, West Coast thing, because we know right after Tupac was shot, Biggie was shot directly after that, and this is the kind of thing, is this going to get the other side charged up? Because Charlie was a big representative of the conservative youth here.
Of course.
He had his college tour. He was all around.
Yeah. I didn't know he was so young. I didn't know he was 31. I'm shocked to have heard that.
I personally know people that will celebrate this. BK married to it. No, I don't know anybody who will celebrate this.
No, I don't know anybody. And if you do know somebody, unknow them.
Probably unknown. Unfriend them in real life.
Yeah,
if anybody celebrates this, that's not a celebration, you guys, because it's like with one bad act, then another one comes. It was like when they took Tupac, then we knew they were coming after Biggie.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, it's this thing of, you know, eye for an eye. You know, we don't need that. Two wrongs don't make a right. You know, the old simple saying. And you know, it's going to be hard. They're going to politicize this a lot. The radical left. You know what I mean? This is both sides are radicalized.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
Sure,
it's crazy. It's so crazy. The temperature in America right now, what we're doing to our own citizens, what we're even doing to our people that aren't citizens. You know, this was a place where everybody, like I said, it's a melting pot.
Yeah.
You know, this is not just, you know, but I don't know. You know, I always say I'm too poor to stop the war, but maybe one day we'll have enough of a voice where we can make change.
You know what I would, like, you know what I would love to see. I know this is a stretch, but you know, we've overcome so much over hundreds of years that I think maybe not in our lifetime, but I would like to see another party have some momentum and take some away from the Democrats and some away. Like I would like the Independent Party or whatever the party is called.
Yeah, the People's Party.
And until then, you're gonna have, like what you said, the Biggie and Tupac. You're just gonna keep on having, because there's just A and B, and when there's A and B, then that's when you have division. But if you have 3 or 4, it's not so radicalized, and you could you know find the pocket where you're in, and then you're gonna have to not be so so strict on your one side to get a majority of the people. But
exactly,
it's gonna take a while.
I mean, and it didn't always used to be like this. You know, when I was in college, none of us knew, we weren't like, oh yeah, Bill Clinton, we love Bill. You know, all we knew was that Bill Clinton was you know, getting his D sucked on by Monica Lewinsky. That was it. That was all we knew about a president ever. Yeah. And it's just something that really changed in our country, where kids have gotten so involved in politics, and even kids are divided over it. Yeah. So I think we really need to pull back and look at what's going on in our society. I mean, this is 2025, man, has been just a whopper, man. I mean, we started off with LA fires, we got Trump, we got ICE here. You know, it's just.
By the way, that's why I wore this Tupac for you, man. I know you're in LA, so I would have wore some Tupac for you.
To live and die in LA.
Hey, it's a place to be.
You got to see.
No, you know more of it than I do.
Hey, you know, I'm in LA.
When I landed when I landed 2 weeks ago, that's the first song I played when I picked up my rental car.
Love it, man.
Just to follow up quickly on what you said about younger people being more involved in politics, you hit the nail right on the head. Back in the day, like the Reagan days and these and Bill Clinton, people didn't know stuff about politics. It was just like old white men, and nobody really cared about that stuff. And I think
there were no Reagan hats or anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Kids would never been caught in a Reagan hat.
I think the Bill Clinton, Monica Lewinsky thing was the first thing that kind of like humanized a president. And it was like, what? He's cheating on his wife, like me and you, right? You know. And then I think then George Bush was a very controversial president. And when Kanye West said George Bush doesn't care about black people, right? And whether you agree with that statement or not, the fact that a rapper was saying something about a president, that energized people. And then Barack Obama, the first black president, and then you had hip hop, and then you had you had hip hop and pop culture. You know, that's when even Diddy, I know, let's not talk about Diddy now in his case, but prior to his case, Diddy was still a huge influence. And he went around campaigning for Barack Obama, and then there was Jay-Z. So, and that's why I think we are at where we are now is because of music and because of hip hop bringing the young people in. And yes, they are divided, but I think it's a good thing. I think the more people at a younger age that are involved in politics will be better for the future. Yeah. I mean, yes. Yeah, I guess it's a yes and no. You know, I just wish kids would get into it a little later, or just not idolize a U.S. president. You know, what I liked is you might not have liked the president, but we never idolized a president. You know what I mean? I loved Obama, but I didn't love, you know what I mean? I didn't have Obama shirts. I don't have an Obama flag on my boat. You know what I mean? I don't put
I don't say Obama to people like a statement. You know, I'm Obama in this bitch. You know, it's just it's not part of me. It's, you know, I'd love to meet Obama. He seems, honestly, I think he's one of the best presidents we've ever had. And forget the policies, because I know we could go through that. I'm sure there are tons of, you know, every president has their blood. But just as a person and a family man, he's such a good role model. And he's such an eloquent speaker and so cool that I just, you know, I like Obama. But listen, I still wouldn't wear a hat.
Yeah. Well, for me as a black man, obviously I'm going to have a different affiliation, and I see him differently as a president. But yes, outside of that, very well spoken, family man, etc. But yes, I had some Obama shirts. I mean, I was selling. I had my retail store at that time, so I used to be like actually selling Obama T-shirts. I would pick them up from New York and sell them. But regardless of that, I totally agree with you. You shouldn't idolize anybody. Anybody who you don't know, you shouldn't idolize. You should idolize like your mom, your dad, your cousin, someone you could feel like, even like idolizing Michael Jordan. You don't know anybody enough to idolize them who are entertainers.
Exactly.
But young people getting into politics, not to idolize, but to understand that your vote matters. And the more that we understand is the less that politicians are going to be able to fool us. And lie to us, because it's like, man, I've been following politics since I was 18 years old. Since I was able to vote. I've heard this before. And then we'll start to be able to vote in the right people into the presidency. So that's why, for me, I like younger people being involved in politics to learn.
Me too.
Yeah.
And I always give the example, and shout out Christina Payne on the live. I always Paul Holleran on the live. Shout out.
Where do you see all the people? I don't see it on my end, right?
On Instagram. I have all the comments I can see on Instagram, and I can see.
I can see them now. I can see them.
Yep, there you go.
I was on a private chat with me and you. Now I can see them all.
Got it. I always give this example of politics. I ran for class president in the 6th grade, and shout out to Sarah Del May. We ran against each other. And Sarah Del May promised the entire class a pizza party.
Wow.
And I got up there and I'm like, look, guys, I'm going to do my best. I'm going to do what I can do. Whoop-de-woo. But we're not going to have a pizza party. It is a school regulation that they don't allow pizza parties. So I'm not going to sit up here and lie to you guys and tell you we're going to have one, because it won't happen. And she's not going to throw it. So vote for me. I'm going to be honest. Who do you think won?
She did.
She killed me. She won because everybody thought she was going to throw a damn pizza party. Did she ever throw a pizza party? No, because it was against school regulations. You can't bring in food, and people are like, they might have allergies. So she beat me because she promised a pizza party, knowing damn well, Sarah Del May, if you were watching this, you knew that you couldn't have a pizza party. And I need to talk to you and find out why you said that, because I still remember. And so I lost.
Yeah.
And it really taught me that's politics. You know, you lie to the people, you promise them something that will never happen, like lower grocery prices, gas, eggs. The grocery stores are ridiculous here.
Yeah.
I just went to a little stop by. My wife's like, can you pick up, a honey-do list, like they call it? Can you pick up a few things at the store, honey? Sure, honey. I stop in $130 later.
Wow.
It's just insane, man. And like, they're like, and Trump's like, prices are down. Everything's down. Everything is down. I'm like, yeah, because you don't shop. Everything's free to you. They bring it to you.
Exactly.
Anyway, I'm digressulating. Sorry about that, Trent. Now, did you see this, Trent? And a little bit, you saw Diddy, right? Is there's a court date for Thursday, September 25th at 11 a.m. at Daniel Patrick Moynihan Court Building. Will you be there, Trent?
I will 99% be there. I don't want to confirm yet. I haven't bought my ticket, but I spoke with somebody on Team Diddy yesterday. And now I have a little bit more information about it. I wanted to just make sure I got the information correctly, and it wasn't something like frivolous or something that was just procedure and nothing was going to happen. From what I'm understanding, normally when the judge rules on Rule 29, he doesn't bring everybody in. And he has acquitted somebody already, one person before on Rule 29. So I have been given confirmation that it is not frivolous. It's not just procedure. Something could happen September the 25th. So I'll probably.
I mean, what do we think could now? I have man, I have the motion over there. Do you want me? Let me grab it. You sit here for 1 second, Trent.
Okay, I'll just check out something online.
Here, I'm going to leave you up for the people real quick. Hang on.
Right. Hey, Secret Service Sam people. All right. So while Sam goes and gets that, I'll give you guys some more information. So Rule 29 was presented right at the end of trial, as soon as both parties or both sides.
I am back.
Okay.
Thank
you, explaining to them when we started hearing about Rule 29, and then you could take over. So Rule 29 is presented as soon as the case is rested on both sides, the prosecution and the defense, before it even goes to the jury. So I'm sure you were there that day. We heard, I can't remember what her name is, not Westmoreland, but the other white lady with the curly hair. She was on
Shapiro and
Alexandra,
I think.
Alexandra Shapiro and the other younger guy,
Jason Driscoll, one of my favorites.
Driscoll, I love that guy. So they were the ones who presented Rule 29. And I remember going outside after being like, hey guys, this whole thing could get thrown out because of everything that Alexandra and Driscoll said. But I remember saying, and this is I confirmed yesterday with somebody on Diddy's team, is that the judge could decide when he rules on it. So he could rule on it the next day, or he could rule on it months after. We don't know what took him so long to give his ruling, but the reason why Diddy's team is excited is that why would you come now and decide to give your ruling 1 week before sentencing?
Right. I mean, and please, I can't afford, Trent, how are we supposed to go to New York
twice
the 25th and then go back for this? I don't know how my wife is going to let me do it, to be honest with you. And I'm hoping it might be that I can only go the 25th and not the October 3rd. I just don't know. What do you think is going to be bigger? I hope I didn't mess up, man.
Yeah, well,
but I don't know what to
do. Nobody knows, right? Nobody knows, but the judge,
it could get thrown out.
The tea leaves would say, if I had to be a betting man, that the judge realizes that there's a sentencing next week. If this was a formality, and this is what I said yesterday on my show, the judge understands the severity and the gravity of this case. He understands that the whole world is now going to come to this. Why would he call an in-person meeting and no CNN, TMZ, and bring everybody all together to just be like, my ruling is negative, you're staying in jail, and then leave?
Yeah, and then a week later, then we'll do the sentence. So that's what this feels like, that they wouldn't call this meeting and this hearing unless the judge was thinking about an acquittal or a new trial.
Yeah.
No,
unless the information I have is wrong, unless it's a formality and to give or maybe he has to give a ruling before sentencing, and maybe the ruling must be done in person. That's what I'm not 100% sure about. But even at that point, it still doesn't give us an answer, but it could be that it's a formality. He must give his answer before sentencing, and he must do it in person because Shapiro and Drexler were the ones who presented it in person. So it could just be a formality, and we go there for absolutely no reason, and we got to come back on the third, bro.
We will really have to have a drink if that's the case. My wife will kill me, please. I cannot go all the way to New York for a formality, right? That's what I'm like. Just like, okay, yeah, no, I'll see you guys in a week. Sorry about that. Just please.
The courts are based on formalities, right? It's not his problem if CNN and TMZ and Secret Service Sam and Trent Out Loud and everybody comes down. That's our problem, not his.
Yeah. Sorry you spent that money, dummy.
Yeah.
Now here is the motion that was filed that I can read us right here, a little bit of this real quick. Since the government arrested Sean Combs last September, it has painted him as a monster. For months, prosecutors accused him of running a 20-year racketing enterprise and sex trafficking multiple women. But his 2-month trial showed these charges were not supported by credible evidence. and the jury rejected them. Mr. Combs now stands convicted only of 2 prostitution counts under the Mann Act, which doesn't require proof of coercion, threats, or fraud. The government told the jury it had to convict so long as Mr. Combs arranged for a longtime girlfriend or paid male escort or entertainer to travel across state lines to get together and have sex. And that is all the jury convicted him for. To our knowledge, Mr. Combs is the only person ever convicted of violating the statute for conduct anything like this. Because basically what they're saying is that prostitution is not defined in the statute, and it's normally up to the states and localites to regulate prostitution or not. The term has multiple different meanings over time, and depending on the jurisdiction, and in the 2000, multiple state courts have held that paying for voyeurism or to watch other people have sex is not prostitution. So I don't know.
It's crazy,
but they do make good points because, you know, such a limiting construction is also required to avoid other serious constitutional problems of substantive due process, the First Amendment, and federalism. Mr. Combs at most paid to engage in voyeurism as part of a swinger's lifestyle. That does not constitute prostitution under a properly limited definition of that. And I mean, in a way, I have to agree with that. I mean, I personally, when I run for president, prostitution will be legal.
Isn't somebody? I think the guy who's running for mayor in New York, he wants to legalize prostitution.
Oh, does he? I mean, I think if we really want to look at psychology, and I hate to say this, I'm a white male, but the psychology of the white male in America, the fragility, white men are having a real issue in America. And I'm not saying this so you feel bad for any of them, but I think there's my theory, philosophy, and bear with me here, is that when you don't get a chance to have sex, which is how we literally, I tell my wife, it's how we get closer to God. There's not a feeling on earth like sharing an orgasm with another human being. And I think there's some lonely guys here in our country who never get that chance. They don't go to the prom. They don't get a girlfriend. They might have been bullied. They might have been teased. And they build up a lot of anger. And then they look at women that they can't get. And then they start to resent those women. And they know they can't get them. And the only way they can get them back is by violence or some other means. And so what I'm saying is, if we let sex be legal everywhere, so everybody had the access to it, to experience it, I think there'd be a lot less bar fights. I think if, all bar fights, and correct me if I'm wrong, start because guys get drunk. The girl they wanted went home and they're like, let's fight somebody. It's, the old saying, fuck or fight. You know
That's
what I mean?
Hilarious. Yeah.
I think if in every city there's like, oh man, I'm wasted, and that girl, that didn't work it out, I'm going to go get what I need and go home and be peaceful. Or I think, and maybe I'm wrong. People might criticize me for saying this. Of course, it's not all the cause of our gun violence. But I do think there is a real epidemic. But I would legalize weed. I would legalize prostitution. I'd give the black community the reparations in America.
Thank you, Sam.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I would just address everything. We need to know our American history in that way. That's how you learn from things.
For sure.
You know what I mean? It's like we're being so dumb. It's like my great-grandfather burnt himself on the stove. Well, let's not tell anybody else about that, because that was a traumatic event when he did that. You know what I mean? It's like, well, if we don't teach history, and of course that was a terrible example, but if we don't teach history, we can't learn from it. And there's no guilt in learning our history, so we can be better humans.
Totally agree.
Moving along, this is something a little bit lighter, Trent, and I don't know how your time is, but you realize UFOs are here, right?
You think so?
I mean, I think so, man. We're seeing more videos. They're coming out. Listen to what this guy just said. They're like testifying under oath about this. Listen to this.
Across the base, across the flight line, and as it flies to me, a triangle manifests around the light. I can't tell you if it's active camouflage. I can't tell you if it appeared around the light, but I can tell you that it was a white light, and then it was a triangle. It stopped about 100 feet in front of me and approximately 100 feet above me. My telephone got extremely hot, completely froze, dead. I remember how thick it was. It was between
That's what
1
she
and 2
said.
stories thick, lateral triangle. I could never see the top of it, and the edges were 90 degrees. There were 4 lights in total, 1 light on each corner, and a larger light in the center, 2 to 3 times the size of the corner lights. But what was really odd was the outside. The best way to describe it is like looking at a James Webb telescope picture, where you have the colors and then the black background. So the craft itself was this black metallic flake paint, but on top of the craft was this gold lava, plasma, sandpaper
Spooge,
fluid
like jizz.
going over and around the craft.
Golden jizz,
I'm under
dude.
this for about 2 to 3 minutes, and then the center light flashes 2 to 3 times, no sound, immediately shoots up to commercial jet level minimum, in my opinion.
Jesus.
And I immediately feel static electricity all over my body, and then I smell the smell of after a thunderstorm or lightning storm.
Dude, that's crazy. Yeah. And look at this other one. And I mean, there was footage I played on my show yesterday where this little UFO gets hit by a hell missile, a Hellcat fire missile or whatever it's called, and just it goes dink, doesn't even phase it. Listen to this guy.
Whether these events are real, but whether we have the courage to face them.
Wow.
True leadership requires vision, a willingness to confront the unknown with transparency and resolve. These phenomena challenge our deepest assumptions about reality, consciousness, and our place in the universe.
Dude, where is Will Smith and
I was about to say that.
Jeff Goldblum? I mean, that's just the thing. We're all raised on movies and but this is real, man. Listen, and then here's this Harvard scientist.
Interstellar comet known as 3I Atlas is expected to pass closest to the sun between the orbits of Mars and Earth. Harvard astrophysicist Avi Loeb has suggested the 3I Atlas is actually some type of alien technology sent here from another solar system. Well, this weekend he made headlines again when he said that the object could actually be on a mission to release, quote, mini probes.
Yep, little nuts, dude.
Earth.
Wow.
What are these mini probes you're talking about, and how would this even be possible?
Well, there are 2 possibilities. If it's a technological object, then it might maneuver itself. We haven't seen such a maneuver so far. But the other possibility is that it may release some other objects that reach the planets, and it will continue along its course.
He said it's going to release on us, man. This is sounding okay. Who is this?
Everything sounds so friggin' pornographic, yo.
Right, dude? He's like, it's going to release on us right on top of your head. So make sure your mouth is open when it releases. So yeah, aliens are all over the place.
Yep.
Let me see what else I got for you. And guys, here's what's happening in your world. It's your world. Did you see this, Trent? This is crazy. Here in Long Beach, the LBC, all these shipping containers. Look at this. Looks like Jenga. Dude, look at that.
Oh, shoot.
Just look at that. Juan got fired. I'm sorry. My bad. Oops. It's crazy, man.
Will you send me that video?
I mean, somebody got fired. Could you imagine being at work and making that big of a mistake?
Dude. It seems like every week there's always something like that happens. Like, I just don't understand.
Yeah.
And, like, how much millions of dollars are in there, you know?
I mean, that's what I thought about. They said it was like shoes and clothes and all this stuff. Somebody made a joke of like, oh, that's why my Temu order or my Temu order is going to be late. But yeah, that's the thing. I just think about how many millions and millions of dollars, and do they have insurance to cover that? I must imagine.
Well, they must, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But it's more just the inconvenience, and like you said, like, how does this stuff keep on happening? Like, it just doesn't make
it's
sense,
crazy, right? Yeah. And then environmentally, what are the like all those things falling in? How do they get them out of the water? Is it ruin the fish below or something?
Yeah.
And lastly, did you see this? Alan Dershowitz has been getting rejected from a Martha's Vineyard farmers market. He loves their pierogies, and they will not serve him because of, I think, the kind of, Epstein stuff. But check this out.
Try to restore community and to ask you to sell me pierogi in the interest of keeping
ask me to sell me pierogies.
I have 2 pierogi stands, one for anti-Zionists and one for people who will sell to anybody. So I'd ask you to please just sell me any one of your products to show that you're prepared to sell to anybody and not allow your anti-Zionism to decide.
What is he saying?
I don't even know, dude.
This man is calling me an anti-Zionist.
Excuse me, this man is a saint. I also offer you this book, which
thank you.
Alan Jerkovitz. I think he's just trying to distract people away from, his Epstein involvement.
Yeah, exactly.
Just you. Yeah.
Online. Well, good pierogies are business, and Kremiskevich is me, and I really do not appreciate what you've been sharing in the last week. Since
she's gonna have a defamation case.
You have proof that I am an anti-Semite.
Yeah, you protested the Jewish Culture Festival last year, which had nothing to do with Israel or Zionism. It was just Jewish food, Jewish music, Jewish art, and you protested it, and the rabbi said that was an anti-Semitic act. Do you disagree with that?
I do disagree with that.
You think it's okay to protest Jewish cultural events and not be called an anti-Semite?
Thank you.
I mean, he's like holding a whole speech in front at the farmers market. Can you imagine? I would be like, yo, can I get a pierogi, please? Like, this is why I call this shit into go, man, because Alan Dershowitz is standing in line.
Yeah.
Holding
I feel
a
like that
press
was
conference.
set up, like he knew what he was doing, and then, you know what I mean? Like,
anyways, it's funny, man. This world is so kooky, man. It's just crazy.
Yep.
Anyway, well, Trent, this has been pretty great show, man. I really enjoyed having you on and everything. Why don't you tell the people where they can find you? It's at Trent Out Loud, right?
Yeah. Before that, I want to apologize for being in my phone. I want to apologize for being late to the show. As you know, independent content creators, like something like this, it's hard to miss out on. So I definitely want to come back and do it again anytime you're ready. Phone will totally be off, and we could be like totally.
No, Trent, we had a lot going on today. And I'm live every day at 5. So whenever you want to come on, you're always welcome.
Perfect. All right. So yes, where you guys could find me, always the same handle, Trent Out Loud, whether it be YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, etc. And we also just started a new page on Instagram called The Trent Out Loud Show, where we'll be posting like updates like this with Charlie and etc. Whatever is going on, videos and clips of the show. So you can follow me at Trent Out Loud or The Trent Out Loud Show on IG.
Thank you very much, Trent. It was a pleasure having you, man. And it's always great talking to you. And yeah, I hope to see you in New York.
Yeah, for sure. No, we're definitely going to see each other in New York, whether it be the 20. Well, you're going on the 25th. You're booked already.
Yeah, I'm booked.
All right.
I don't know. I got to figure my life out. Somebody just said in the comments, look at the update. What does that mean?
I don't know. I just looked up.
I'm guessing. Charlie Kirk has been pronounced.
No, it's been pronounced.
He's passed. So
maybe it's probably somebody who they arrested. Maybe that's what they're talking about. Because
I'm just
so many outlets have confirmed that he passed away.
It's crazy.
Look at the updates. Charlie update. Let's see. No, there's no other update. Trump has said that he's dead. Trump,
yeah, but that's so weird that Trump would. I mean, it's not that weird because it's so Trump, but that.
Maybe this person didn't realize that he already had passed away. Like,
they might be late to the update. Exactly. I don't know.
All right,
if it has anything? Let us know. All right, thanks.
Anyways, I owe you another live anytime you're ready. All right, so just let me know. I owe you one. Sorry for today, but thank you for understanding, everybody, and you too. Secret Server Sam.
Yes, sir. It was a great show. Take care. Thank
Love
you,
Trent. You, brother.
Okay, you too, brother. Guys, that was Trent Out Loud. Love that guy from Montreal, Canada. Great, great content creator. Just all around great guy. Jamaican. Blah blah. So, guys, this was really great. I'm excited to be getting back to New York to cover the Diddy trial. I do have to tell you, please, I'm begging you to follow me on YouTube, Instagram. TikTok has some weird community guideline violations that are changing this Sunday, and I am very concerned that I could lose my entire 500,000 followers. So please make sure to come over here and join me on YouTube. I hope you guys really enjoyed that. One more thing before I get out of here. I'm going to end the show on a little bit of a high note, if I can. I mean, not that it wasn't a high note, but my son, Charlie, I just wanted to show you his, oh, can we do that? Let me see. Hold on, guys. Hold on 1 second. If you can be everly so patient with me. Yeah. I'm going to show you guys something pretty cute. My son, Charlie, has picked his Halloween costume. And, well, is it going to come through with the Heckensteins? Yep, here we go. What do you guys think of this? What do you have to do? Do you have to hold it up, or what do you do?
Yeah, I kind of have to hold it up with my legs if I want it like this.
Can you walk? Let's see. There's no way he's going to make that through all of Halloween without me having to hold this damn thing. Hey, Amy Paffraff. Is it hot or what?
No.
Dama Wells, welcome, girl. I love your fashion. You're brilliant. Turn around. Let's see. Yeah, it's huge. This is Charlie. He's going to be Captain America. Yeah. If you guys are just joining, the show is just about over. But you can just rewatch it on YouTube. I really love you guys for all the support you've given me. I'm feeling pretty good about this today. That was a great show. Again, guys, Charlie Kirk has been pronounced by Donald Trump that he has passed away. This is very sad. I just wishing everybody out there light, love, health, happiness, laughter, safety. Hug your family tight tonight. This world is kind of crazy. And as the Beatles said, all we need is love. And like John Lennon said, imagine all the people, you know, if we took out religion and we took out politics and we took out all these silly things that separate us. And guys, the aliens are here. They're on the way. We need to bond together. There's no left and right. It could be humans versus some other whole race of aliens that we can't even compete against. So let's bring it together. Let's bring a lot more love to the table. I love you guys. If nobody loves you, Secret Service Sam loves you. And those are facts, son. And I think that was good. This was a great show. I'm going to be here tomorrow at 5. I hope you guys are here with me. Tell a friend. I'm here every day live at 5 EST, 2 p.m. PST, baby. Secret Service Sam out. Samson for president of the world.
Can you freestyle rap at all?
Not yet.
Doesn't it appear to be extremely coincidental that you guys arrest people right outside of Governor Newsom's press conference? Is this really just a show of power?